Keith, please accept this ring.
As a reminder of the promises we have made today.
Most of all, my love for you.
To Graham, now officially Graham McInerney Brannock. The best partner in crime anyone could ever ask for. For the last 7 years, we've had a real adventure, and Graham was, from the moment I met him, a real gentleman. And so many people say that to me when they talk about Graham. To use a rugby term, he is my prop. He's trustworthy, reliable, and solid, and so much more besides that. He is definitely the birth to my Ernie. And here's to many more adventures in life together.
As me and Keith grew up, we grew up in a very different Ireland. We never thought we would actually have a day like today. And we're so thankful that 2 years ago, Ireland turned around and voted yes in the gay marriage referendum.
Into my innermost fears and feelings, secrets and dreams. Oh God.
Makes it real.
That's what makes this day extremely special for us. When that happened, we kind of felt, well, we had to do something about it. We kind of had to have a celebration of our love to each other and throw on a day like today that we actually never thought we would have.
Now, they say a good friend is someone who knows all about you and loves you in spite of all this, which is so true. I've been very fortunate to call the best people I know my friends. And I have to mention my very closest cohort of friends. We've done so much together. And they have been my salvation through really hard times, and they know who they are, and they mean the world to me. I think it's worth repeating the line Anne-Marie read earlier. In her reading, you have done it
By being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a friend means.
after all. Thank you to all my friends.
My mother installed a huge amount of belief and confidence in me. She really was the rock for me as I grew up, and indeed all of us. My mom had so much time for Keith. I think it's because Keith just sat there and listened. As a lot of you are aware, she passed away 2 years ago last January after a short enough illness. But in a way, there was a blessing in disguise, because through that short illness, we got to spend a lot of time with our mother, a lot of one-to-one time with her, and be able to tell her how much we loved her, tell her how much, talk about the past and talk about everything really in life. And it was through my time with my mother that I told her how much I loved Keith, and I held her hand and I said, Mom, I am going to marry Keith one day. Keith will be a part of our family. And she gripped my hand and she smiled. And Keith, I want you to know that Mom knew this day was going to happen, and she had a big thumbs up and support for you, and welcome into the McInerney family. She wasn't the only one who loved Keith to bits. I absolutely adore you, Keith. I love every single thing about you. I love the fact that you're so patient with me. I love your mischievous side. Keith, when he was younger, used to put on a net curtain or a towel and pretend to be Our Lady Mary and float by Michelle's bedroom window to scare the crap out of her. Keith, you are the most important person in my life. You mean the absolute world to me. I have to pinch myself to realise that you're in my life, and I sometimes actually pinch Keith. And I do ask him, are you real?
He does.
And Keith, you are the most generous, loving, friendly and handsome man I know. I do feel I am the luckiest man today. And today, Keith, I'm extremely proud to now call you my husband.
So any of you out there who have gone through the Irish education system know that any good piece of prose or speech or essay worth its salt should have at least one seanachal included. Well, here's mine for today. And rud is anamh is iontach, which means what's rare is wonderful. And I think that in Graeme I have found the most rare and the most wonderful person of all.